told us. Rap gods like Klops and Olga. King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rome still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Flacco's Ravens going up against Breeze's Saints.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And an alley to run. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense for someone going to run for some big yardage.
He dumps it down to Ingram, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Now Breeze. His throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and 5.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Macklin, the man in motion right. A first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhill. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco off play action. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Alex Okafor. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, had to get it out quickly, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. They'll toss it to Woodhead. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Shift together here from the D-line. They run again with Woodhead. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Flacco here on second down. That's complete to a former Saint. It's Ben Watson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. They run with Woodhead. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, Flacco to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Now Flacco. Looking for Pyramid, and it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. It certainly was a disappointing end to the season for Baltimore as their offense comes back onto the field. But everyone remembers Cincinnati knocking them out of the playoffs on that Andy Dalton to Tyler Boyd play. They finished 9-7. The interesting thing was they had a plus 92 points differential, which was fourth best in the AFC.
So that tells me, and we saw it throughout the season, they were back to playing Baltimore Ravens defense. And that really helped their offense out in a big way. I think they still need help at the skill positions. They've got to upgrade at wide receiver. Alex Collins stepped in and played well at running back, but he needs some help as well. And, of course, Joe Flacco is going to have to continue to get better at his position. They've got to score more points and help out that defense, which played so well in 2017.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Woodhead. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Bootleg, Flacco. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Flacco. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now toss play. It's Woodhead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On the ground, this is Woodhead. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, Flacco now. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So on fourth down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out.
Looking for his tight end, Fleener, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 when he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 36. A good pickup there at 22. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now Flacco. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And that'll set them back 5. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Passing play. Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep here for Macklin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now it's Woodhead, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Danny Woodhead, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On second down, Ingram gets around him. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now Breeze. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll go with Woodhead to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Flushed out right. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. And now here come the Ravens. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First and 10 here for Flacco. Forced out to his left. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Now it's Flacco. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
To throw is Breeze. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room to run inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Kamara. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Play clock winding down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. The play clock's running down. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to get him for his second sack of the night. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a desperation throw deep down, and for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.